Greetings, Eric. As always, I want to thank you for coming by and checking out my video today. On this episode of Smo'King, I'm going to be doing a review of the Tumbler Diamond Rolling Knife Sharpener, which I have right here. Full disclosure, they reached out to me and sent me this free of charge to do an honest review to share with you guys. So I'm going to give you my honest opinion, and that means if I don't like it, I will certainly tell you. One thing I can tell you with 100% certainty is if you like to cook in the kitchen or barbecue, smoke, whatever it is, you need a good quality knife. And the problem is we probably all have that drawer of dull knives in our kitchen, and they keep getting duller and duller, and no matter how you try to sharpen them, they never really work too well. So I'm kind of interested to see how this works. It looks like a pretty innovative way to sharpen a knife, and I've never even seen this design before until they reached out, and I kind of checked it out and I said, yeah, send it to me. I want to see how this works, and I'm hoping it's going to work as good as I anticipate it's going to be as far as sharpening knives. So stick around, guys. I'm going to show you what's in the box. We're going to check it out. We're going to sharpen some knives, and then at the end, I'll give you my honest review and thoughts of whether this is something you should consider purchasing. Let's get cooking. Alright guys, well let me show you what they sent me. This is the Tumbler Diamond Rolling Knife Sharpener, and this is a leather strobe, which I guess you use after you're sharpening to kind of help polish the blade and remove any burrs. But let's start with the star of the show here, and let me kind of open it up, kind of show you what's going on here. So it comes in a nice little box if you wanted to gift it to someone. There's a little getting started brochure in here. You can scan the QR there to get access to their videos, and I've watched their videos on their YouTube channel. They're a couple minutes a piece, but they're very direct and to the point. So, and then I also like the way there's no really written directions here. It's just kind of showing you how to do this. So you don't need it in 17 different languages, you know, kind of like when you put together a Lego set, which I really like. Okay, so we'll move all this out of the way. So basically you get two things here. You get the magnetic knife holder right here, and then you get this rolling sharpener. So the way this works is you can roll this back and forth, and it's actually spinning, but the center part isn't. Kind of a very unique design. So on one end here you have a diamond disc. This is what's going to do the sharpening of the blade for you. And then when you're done sharpening it, you're going to use this stainless steel helix disc, which is basically going to kind of hone up that final edge, remove any fine burrs, okay? Now how you hold the knife, obviously when you're sharpening it, can be pretty tricky. So this is a magnetic base that you attach your knives to. Now we have two different sizes here, or I should say degrees, marked on the end of the sharpener. You have a 15 degree and a 20 degree. The 15 degree is designed for like Japanese, Asian specialty knives, where the 20 degree is kind of more for the Western knife, which is probably going to cover just about every knife you have in the kitchen, a European knife, a German knife. If you have some kind of specialty Japanese knife, I have a Nakano knife that I did a review on. I'll leave a link below, but this one right here, since it is from Japan, you would use the 15 degree angle. Everything else you would pretty much use the 20 degree angle. So anyway, what I really want to do here is try to find the least expensive knife I can buy. So I'm going to head on down the street. We have a Dollar General store, and I'm going to see if I can just find some cheap, inexpensive knife, and we'll kind of check it out, see how sharp it is, and then we'll put it through the knife sharpening here, and then we'll kind of test it at the end. I also have a few knives in my kitchen drawer here, which are definitely in need of sharpening, so we'll check those out too. But hey guys, I'm going to jump in the car. We're going to go find a cheap knife.
All right guys, in my quest to find the cheapest knife possible, off to the Dollar General. See what we can find. Here we go, guys. $5. A most inexpensive knife I can find here. Good Cooks 8-inch chef knife. We'll use this one.
Alright guys, here's my $5 cheap Chinese-made chef knife, okay? Not that I'm putting it down, you know, I'm sure it'll work for most people. Like I said, I just want to find an inexpensive knife. So I just taken it out of the package. I haven't tried it, I haven't done anything. I'm just going to use the old paper test here. I'm going to try to hold this paper firmly, and I'm going to see what kind of cut I can get. Alright, already I can see. Let's see, let me... Okay, it is cutting the paper, but very jagged edges, as you can see. Oh, this side I can't even... Okay, so not very impressive. So you know what? Alright, so let's try to see how we can improve the sharpness of this blade, okay? So I'm just going to use the 20% here. And how you do this here is you put it down here, and there's a magnet on both sides, and you want to kind of put the knife so it's kind of in the middle. Whoop, and you can see right there. And now that's going to hold that blade at that perfect angle for your sharpening. Let me bring the camera down a little bit closer, guys, so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so I got the knife attached, and now we're going to use the diamond disc first. And you want to make sure you run this up and down the full length of the knife. Now, according to the directions, you want to run this from the end to the tip. And they say initially, if it's really dull, it should take 5 to 6 minutes on each side. You know, being that this came out of the package, I wouldn't think it would take that long, but then again, I wasn't very impressed with how it cut that paper. So let's just see here. I've never used this before. So we just kind of push it here. Just like this, back and forth. And you can see, you have to put a little bit of pressure to kind of get it to go all the way down to the tip here. Just kind of taking a look here if I can see anything. It definitely looks like it's getting a little bit up. In fact, you can see some of the particles from the knife actually. So it is taking something off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the other side to kind of hone the knife's edge, that stainless steel helix. And this, they say you only can really need to do it maybe 3 or 4 times. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the knife around, try to get in the center again, and repeat the process on the other side. All right, now we'll do a few times on the stainless steel honing edge. Kind of take away any of those little fine burrs. All right. So just to kind of show you guys, let me grab a paper towel here. I can definitely tell there's some little metal shavings here. Let me just very carefully kind of, I mean, look at that. So it's definitely taking some shavings off the knife there to sharpen up that blade. All right, let's see how well it'll perform now. Woo, well, definitely better. Oh yeah. I mean, bear in mind, guys, this isn't the highest quality knife here. This is a $5 knife. But you can see the cut there is much sharper than the jagged one I was getting from that. So it looks like it definitely did some improvements. Now I have this old German knife here that's been in my kitchen for many years. I really like it. But it is dull as hell. In fact, I don't know if you can even see on the blade there. You can see where there's little pieces that have been like gouged out of that blade. So I'm going to try to see if I can sharpen this real quick, guys, and we'll be back in a second to see how that performs during the paper test as well. And since that is a German knife, we are going to go with the 20%. And yeah, give me a few minutes, guys. We'll give this a shot and see how this does on this knife. Be back in a minute. And the final part here is to use this leather stroke like this to kind of take away any fine burrs, just like this. But this is only after you spend some time sharpening it. Alright guys, let's check out the paper test on this knife here. Let me grab a new piece of paper. And bear in mind here, I only did this for around 3 minutes on each side, so hopefully it made an improvement. Well, yeah, much better. I mean, I'm going to give it some more work, but it's definitely doing a good job compared to when I first tried it, but I can still see some imperfections. So this one being in such bad shape, I'm probably going to have to give it a good 6 to 8 minutes on each side using that diamond disc, and then yeah, we'll give it another shot. Anyway guys, I'll be back in a minute, give you my final thoughts. Alright guys, so here are my final thoughts on the Tumbler Diamond Rolling Knife Sharpener. I have to say I'm pretty impressed. It does take a little bit of time getting used to these new tools in my hand. It looks like it's very good quality. This has got some weight to it. I like how it rolls very smoothly. You know, I like the idea that this magnet holds the knife in place, and it seems to do quite a good job. I like the leather stroke too at the end to kind of just put that final nice you know, edge on it. And you know what, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you like cooking, you like it being in the kitchen, or you like even being a backyard chef with your smoker, what have you, we're all in need of a good sharp knife. And like I mentioned before, you guys probably got a drawer full of cheap, inexpensive, dull knives. So something like this would certainly come in handy, so you can quickly and easily get a sharp edge to any knife you have in your kitchen. And it looks like this would last years to come. I mean, it doesn't even look like I put any kind of wear and tear on that diamond edge there, or on the honing edge, to be honest with you. So you know what, I'm pretty impressed. They were nice enough to leave me a link down below. Click on that if you guys want to go check them out. And I think right now they have it on sale for like 20% or 25% off. Don't quote me on that right now, but yeah, click that link below. It'll take you to their website. The other nice thing I have to say is they have a ton of videos. Just scan that QR code on the instruction manual, and it'll show you step by step how to do the whole process. Very quick, very easy, and what a great way to keep a nice sharp knife in your kitchen. Guys, if you liked the video, hit the like button. The logo there on my shirt is the same logo on the bottom of the screen. If you click on that, it allows you to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it if you do that, because it really helps my channel grow. And I'll leave a link above and down below in the video description to my website, which is called ericsmokingbbq.com. That's where I have all my video recipes, photos, the tutorials, video links, recipes, everything. So please go check that out. And as always, guys, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate your continued support. We'll see you next time.